of the Conejo Recreation and Park District Board of Directors. At this time, it's my pleasure to ask Director Buss to please lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Marissa and all. A roll call, please, Aline. Here.
Nichols.
Yes.
Director Huff,
Yes.
Director Cussworth. Here. Director Buss.
here.
Very good. We have a quorum. Item number 3, special presentations. The Global Adult Community Center. And who's going to introduce?
They are ready to go. So
All right.
Mike and Julie will get up
What a
there
team,
and do
what a
their
team.
thing. Wow, y'all.
Good evening, esteemed directors, staff administrators, vast members of the public this evening. The Global Center, we're known for a lot of things. We have our senior programming, classes, seminars. Let's not forget about bingo. But what are we best known for? What's the most thing that people want to come and hang out with us for? It's the parties. Let me take you on a little journey, small sample, if you will, of all the amazing parties that we have. Because the Global Center, we live to entertain. Only if it works. So Oktoberfest was originally created when we first started our parties. There were a lot of afternoon tea parties and high tea services. And I was thinking to myself, what can I do to combat tea parties? I know, something with beer. What goes with beer? Brats. So originally, brats and beers were started 12 years ago, and it's morphed into Oktoberfest. We have live dancing, live band, full dinner, desserts, photo booth. All of our parties include a lot of this, but Oktoberfest was our first ever, what can we do to combat tea parties with alcohol? Our holiday party is our longest standing tradition. People love to dress up for it. It started when Global Center used to be across the street from where the Civic Arts Plaza is now, back where Jungle Land was.
Yep.
And it's been everything from a comedy show to a talent show to what we've morphed it into today with the full meal again, entertainment. This year in the lower right corner, we had 3.5 generations of people at this party. We had a mom, a daughter, a granddaughter, and the granddaughter was pregnant. So that's where we got the half. Mardi Gras, this one just happened. This one, in February, we do everything from Valentine's, Queen of Hearts. This year was Mardi Gras. This is by far the one that most people dress up for. And you got a rare glimpse of Chef Mike in the photo there as well. St. Patrick's Day, we just had this one. This party sold out in 5 hours. That's how popular our parties have become. We even had a corporate sponsor at this one. And again, the photo booth, the food, they just love to come and decorate and get dressed up and hang out and party with us. Cinco de Mayo. This party inspired the purchase of our famous margarita machine. And if you ever thought that there was ever decorations everywhere you look when you come into Global Center, you have to come to this party because it goes off the chain. And this one they love because we have a live taco bar where they go out and get their tacos made right at the thing. Last year we added a live churro bar, entertainment, dancing, the whole 9 yards. 2007, we started a summer barbecue series, and we decided just to do a barbecue once a month out on our back patio. Started out with 45 people, nice evening outside, and then they morphed into 150 people with live band and food and drinks and the whole 9 yards. So these ones just keep getting better. So one of our summer luau's originally, the theme was the luau. Well, the luau is again morphed bigger. You're sensing a theme here. Everything's morphed bigger. And this year we've actually had live hula dancing. This one is its own separate party in the summertime now. Instead of just a barbecue series, it's its own luau. People line up to get these tickets. So September, we get to drain our creative juices a little bit. We've had everything from an 80s party, a 20s, roaring 20s party. By far the favorite one is the sock hop. Another rare Chef Mike sighting there. But our sock hop, they love to dress up, they love to decorate, and we always have an all-you-can-eat candy bar as well. This year, our holiday party took a turn. We went all things Grinch. So we had the Grinchmas party, everything from Grinch decorations, Grinch giveaway prizes. The Grinch himself showed up. There was an epic Grinch versus Santa showdown. And then this guy. So all of this is just a small sampling of the parties that we do every year. On average, we have 14 parties and 2,500 to 3,000 people come and just party with us. We can't do this without the help of our commissioners. They sponsor these parties, they attend these parties, they're like extra staff members at these parties. So it's a great partnership with them. And we could not do any of this without them. So I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of our party scene. Now I'm going to let Julie step up and talk a little bit about our volunteers.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks again for having us this evening. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Conejo Senior Volunteer Program. CSVP was created to provide an opportunity for adults 55 plus to use their life experiences and skills to meet local community needs. CSVP was originally RSVP, which I'm sure a lot of you remember. It was the Retired Senior Volunteer Program. A lot of people actually still call it RSVP. And about 12 years ago, Jim, are you guilty of that? About 12 years ago, the Conejo Rec and Park District decided to get rid of the grant, and we decided to subsidize the program, which was really helpful because with the RSVP grant, they really wanted volunteers to focus on volunteering at Los Robles Hospital, Conejo Free Clinic, and more on the medical side, and taking away the opportunities at the Stagecoach Inn and docenting opportunities. So when we did that, that was able to keep the program going. And we also have our Global Senior Center Commission. They give us $10,000 a year as a grant. We also get a $10,000 grant from the City of Thousand Oaks Council on Aging. And we also get a $15,000 grant from the Ken Rose Kitchen Foundation. Why volunteer with CSVP? We have, as you can see, sorry about that, trying to do too many things. The best part of my job, I would say, is on a weekly basis, I get to meet with potential volunteers, and they come in and they give us an idea of what they want to do. Do they want to work with children? Do they want to work with seniors? Would they like to work in the arts? And we share with them what the needs of our community is. And then we help match them. So we're like matchmakers. And it's really great to figure out kind of what their best fit may be. We also have an April through, I just sent out the April through June newsletter. So we have a quarterly newsletter that you all receive, which has a lot of different opportunities. We also send out a monthly email blast. And we have an appreciation in the park, which will be on April 18th this year, which everyone is invited to. We'll have a live band, some great food, raffle prizes. And we also have a volunteer. She has been with the program for a very long time, who calls every single one of our 800 plus volunteers on their birthdays. And they love that. These are some of the agencies that we help place volunteers. So we work with about 75 local partner agencies. Volunteers, they tutor students, they tutor adults with adult literacy, they prepare taxes, they garden. There is something for everyone. Our Wellness Fest takes place every January. This is an annual event, and we just had our 10th annual. It focuses on all aspects of wellness. This year, we had, I think, the most agencies that I have had since I've been here since 2017. We had 34 for-profit agencies. We had 25 local nonprofit agencies. We had 7 divisions from the city. And the county approached and asked if they could do a senior job fair. So we had our first ever job fair at the event. They said that it went amazing. They had about 400 seniors come through. So that was a really great addition. There were about 600 people at this Launch Yourself to Better Health wellness event. Charity Karaoke Sing for a Cause was first created in 2018. The goal of this event is to bring together local nonprofits and raise community awareness while helping raise money for all of the agencies. This list was the 2023 nonprofits that participated. And that last year we handed out $11,000 in donations at the event. We added virtual voting for the first time, which anyone anywhere could vote, and we split that up between the nonprofits. As you can see up here, we have Nelson for Play Conejo. We have our firefighters, Cindy Goldberg for Safe Passage. So lots of people from the community. A quick update on two fundraisers, which are daily fundraisers for CSVP. If you've never stopped by our boutique, we are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. We have 50-cent cards, handmade items, handmade earrings. So definitely come and visit us. You can do some of your shopping. Also, our breakfast at the Global Cafe is Monday through Friday from 9 to 11. We have homemade quesadillas. We have burritos, omelets. Marilyn up there is there on Mondays if you want to come and you can say hi to her, order some breakfast. And I just wanted to update on two of our grant programs, which are really important. Our senior nutrition program is for seniors 60 plus. It's Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 12:30. And this is a grant with Ventura County Area Agency on Aging. It's a $3 donation. We do not turn away anyone for inability to pay. This program, we do not do to-go meals. The main focus is for it to be a congregate program for seniors to come in and be able to socialize with other seniors, have a healthy meal. Sometimes this could be the seniors' only meal for the day, also maybe the only time that they've talked to someone for the day. This is one of our sample menus. We have one paid chef and the rest are volunteers, and 2 volunteers in the kitchen helping with dishes, serving. We have a host and 2 volunteers at check-in. So this program could not happen without our volunteers. And our free income tax program, this runs February through April. And 44 volunteers serve 6,000 hours and prepare over 2,000 free income tax returns. We bring over $1 million back into the community. And we also offer Spanish and Mandarin translation. We apparently had a record set this week, I think at 72 returns in one day, which is unheard of. Tired over there. We also, May through October, we offer tax counseling on the first Wednesday. So we do back taxes, we have amendments, and we can do tax counseling for our seniors. And not only do we help place volunteers at our local partner agencies, we also have 4 workshop groups, the Nifty Ladies, the Busy Bees, the Teddy Bears, and the Crafters that help make handmade items that are donated to the agencies listed on the screen. They make chemo caps, we make lap blankets. Our Teddy Bears group makes teddy bears. We donated 350 bears to all the Title I kindergarten classes in the Conejo Valley last December. And they're just really creative. So none of this would be possible without our volunteers. I want to thank them. Thank you again. And we are here to answer any questions.
Great presentation, great program. And we're just so pleased to have you two and your other individuals working these programs. You do a super great job. I'm going to start on my left and ask that Marissa Buss, do you have any comments you'd like to make?
I have a question on the Cinco de Mayo party. Are the seniors mad that it's going to be closed that day because chili cook-off is that day?
No, because Cinco de Mayo party's on the 3rd.
Oh, thank goodness. I was feeling really bad right now. I was watching this. I was like,
Very, very carefully check the calendar against the community events before we plan our parties.
Okay, so they don't have to have it on the 5th. It's a,
It's typically the Friday. of
Christ
whatever
of
that
Mayo
weekend is,
party.
so.
okay, great. I feel better. Thanks.
Director Nichols.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, speaking of parties, I just was wondering, when do you have time for bingo with all these parties? I mean,
3
sounds
days
like
a
you,
week on top of the parties.
I was gonna say, my gosh, you guys just nonstop. I just want to make a comment about Wellfest. I stopped by there and it was just busy as a beehive over there. But what really impressed me was the people that I saw around the booths and different tables there, how many I recognized that I knew that wasn't the only thing that they volunteered for, that they are involved in multiple things. It just impressed me of how much of a serving community that we have with all the volunteers. And I know you have a horde of several hundred there. And it's probably just a reflection of the whole community, but appreciate, what you do for them and how you continue to keep them engaged. And because it benefits our whole community. So thank you for both of you for what you do and how you keep that age group more active than the rest of us.
For sure. Director Tessworth.
So I had kind of an interesting experience. I volunteer at Conejo School once a week helping kids read. And I went into the classroom and there was another lady there who I'd never seen before, who I guess was just volunteering for the day. And I walked in and she goes, "You go to the Goebel Center?" And I said, "Yeah, sometimes." And she goes, "Yeah, I've seen you around." And I thought, yeah, we hang at the Goebel Center, you and I. We're Goebel Center people. Kind of cool. So I kind of thought that was funny. That was the first thing she said to me. Like, yeah, that's the place to be. You got to go to the Goebel Center. So I don't go there that much. So I'm glad to know I was at least noticed there. In fact, my new passion is pool. So I'm going to play pool a couple times a week now. I'm the only woman, but I'm having fun with pool.
You're not kidding. You play pool?
I play pool. You want to play with me sometime?
Well, you
I'm
don't
pretty
get-
good.
That's a tough crowd.
I've
That's
got-
a tough crowd to break into, that pool crowd.
Yeah, I don't really play with those guys. I've played with a few of them and I'm pretty good. I've beat a couple. So, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning, but I think it's nice to have that there. I never thought of it before, but it takes up a lot of room in your house to have a pool table. So being able to just go over there and play a few games of pool a week is pretty fun. So I took my, I guess we'll say he's my brother-in-law. It's my husband's sister's ex-husband. But anyway, he was visiting. And so I said, "You want to go play pool?" And he was really impressed. He was like, "Whoa, this is great. You've got a billiard table and you've got all this." So we played a few games together. So it was kind of a, nice thing to have. There's a lot of things there that it's, a wonderful addition to our community. And of course, the volunteers that we have here, it benefits our community, it benefits the volunteers. And you just have so much energy and everything going into that, Julie. It's just wonderful. I love it when I see you there, Mike. It's a friendly place. So thank you for all of the efforts that you do there.
Director Huffer.
Yeah, I'm constantly blown away by all the activities and programs that you folks have there over at the Goebel Center. I don't know if you still have it, but I know at least for a few years, you used to have a seniors teen pool tournament. And I'm just wondering if maybe you could extend the competition and see who the better party animals are, the teens or the seniors. But the group or the collection of parties that you were showing us there, I think maybe the seniors might be able to win hands down. So, and there's several of those parties I wasn't aware of that I'm definitely going to hit to check out, including the 60s party. So when is the next 60s party, by the way?
Be in September.
Ah, okay. I'll make sure I get that on my calendar. I do really appreciate, and I didn't realize how many volunteers she had to call, but every October 11th, I'm always amazed to get a phone call wishing me a happy birthday, which I think is really special. So I do appreciate that. And the charity karaoke, I made the mistake of participating once, and since then I've been a spectator, but it's a great event and a lot of fun. And I don't know if all the board members had a chance to try the breakfast over there, but if you haven't tried their breakfast burrito, that is just absolutely to die for.
Are you allowed to go if you're underage?
It's
Breakfast, breakfast is open to the public. Yeah, it's like, it's a restaurant, basically.
They don't charge you? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
so-
think it's actually 18 and up, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I-
adults.
Not-
I've never questioned a woman's age before. Might qualify as over 18. But yes, now that we're an adult center, a lot of our programs are 18.
Nelly, breakfast is any age. You can bring in,
Oh, I can even bring kids.
yeah, you can bring in a 2-year-old.
But I mean, as far as like my brother-in-law, he said, are they gonna card me? I hope they do. And I said, it's 18 and up.
I mean, if you want me to, I can.
But that's, again, thanks to you two and everybody, all the staff and the volunteers that you have over there. I know we get comments all the time with the clients coming to the tax program, said, oh, we found out about the tax program over at the Global Center. And we love the programs at the Global Center. There's so many things to choose from, whether they're active activities or less than active activities. But thanks for everything you do.
Thank you, Mr. Huffer. As you know, in tonight's meeting agenda, there is that senior commission election, and I happen to be an observer. And I would say with the previous commission or the current commissioners who are running for reelection, and even a couple of the candidates just raved about our Global Adult Center programs. It's the best in the county. And then the next person said it's the best in the state. And another person said it's the best in the nation. So you have a great reputation, and we appreciate again everything that you do. I do have one question in reference to your St. Patrick's Day party. What was the entertainment this year?
We had a live band. It was Pier 101. So that's a 6-member band.
Okay, and they play the Irish music?
Oh,
yeah, I went to a local restaurant. It started off with traditional Irish music, and then it turned into some modern Irish music, I guess. I didn't stay around to listen to much more. But again, you guys are great. You are so much appreciated, and thank you for all that you do. And I can add to Director Huffer's comments about that cafe. I'm a regular there, and you guys put together really a super breakfast. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're moving on to item 4, items from the public. And I do have one speaker card, Mr. John Brooks.
Thank you. I'm John Brooks with the City of Thousand Oaks, and not quite as exciting as the last presentation. What an awesome job they do. And but I do want to actually, before I want to get started here, I really want to say thank you to the staff. You guys do a phenomenal job with everything you do, and certainly supporting the sustainability department with water conservation, assisting us with some of our challenges with emergency operations. So just a great partnership with everyone here, and we really appreciate it. John Brooks, City of Thousand Oaks, Sustainability Division. And what I wanted to just briefly make you aware was we do have a climate and environmental action plan out now. And so probably many of you participated in some events in years past where we did Vision 2064 and what should we do in the community. And one of the things that the community said is we want to do a climate action plan. It's taken us a while, but we're now getting there where we have a draft climate action plan out, open for comment. I have shared this with your staff, but we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to comment on it and let us know what you think. There's really 2 big areas we need to think about here within the City of Thousand Oaks. 63% of our greenhouse gas emissions are in transportation, 20% in natural gas. And so when you look at that, you've got your vehicles and you've got your buildings, some new buildings going in and all of our existing buildings. So over the coming years, we're going to have to really focus on measures that do target those areas. But we also have other things in the plan. It's an environmental action plan. So these things may not make a significant emissions reduction, but they're quality of life issues, like a dark sky ordinance. That would be one of the items in there that we could choose to pursue. Another one that would affect you a little more is there's a proposal for a ban on gas-powered leaf blowers. So I did want to call that out for your staff to consider how that would affect your operations. So there's 60 odd measures in this plan. And we encourage everyone to take a look at it and share your thoughts. City Council is having a study session next Tuesday. And it'd be a great opportunity to share any comments that you have with the council for the council then to give us direction, what they might want to see in the next version. So thank you, and leave it. It's tokes.org/climate action is the website address. I can leave a few of these flyers here. Tokes.org/climate action, which is a special website where you can actually go on, download the plan, and then just make comments right from there, or make them at City Council as well. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, John. And as you know, obviously, we have a great relationship with the city of Thousand Oaks. And it's our privilege to be in a city like this and have programs, like the sustainability and others that you're involved with. So thank you, and greet all those back there at the city from the Board of Directors in the Conejo Rec Park District that we say hello.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Chair, I have one question if I could. Would you mind if I ask?
Oh,
one
go
question?
ahead,
Yeah.
please. I'm sorry.
Thanks, John, for the report. Just was curious, since this is a new document, is this just going to set city policy? Is there regulations behind it? I'm just thinking of things like a general plan and, the various elements within that. Will it fit into that, or is this just like a policy document?
Well, it is policy, but it does follow along with the general plan in that general plan set some of the standards within the city, and we incorporated that in. And if the council adopts whatever version of the plan they end up adopting, assuming they do that, say like the dark sky ordinance, they may say we want to do that, but then we have to come back with the actual ordinance itself at a future date. So there would be the policies in there that would pursue, but many of them will require additional actions in the future that council would act on to enact those particular pieces.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you. Any other directors? I have a question, a comment for John?
You're going to be leading some flyers, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
I might want to just say a nice thing about John. We got to spend it's actually on the emergency services. John works in that area too. And during the post Woolsey fire days, I think he was literally inside our facilities for like 72 straight hours or something. So yeah.
I think we all got to go emergency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good seeing you.
Okay, we're ready to move on to item 5, approval of the agenda. I'd entertain a motion at this time.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second? And we have a second. Thank you. Any comments or changes? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, hearing none. That motion passes. Item 6, consent calendar. A, approval of the minutes, March 7th, regular meeting, March the 21st, 2024, the special meeting. And B, approval of the warrants, accounts payable, check registered, 1,107,000 $884.37. Payroll, $980,992. Any comments or questions or changes or a motion on the item number 6?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent calendar A and B.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Motion and a second to approve our consent calendar items A and B. Any other thoughts or questions come to mind? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, sharing none. That motion will pass. Item 7, deferred matters. We have none this evening. Item 8, items for discussion. We have none this evening. We're moving on to item 9, new items. Conejo Valley Unified School District and Conejo Recreation and Park District Amendment Number 1 to the lease agreement for Newbury Park and Thousand Oaks High School pools. Staff, please.
Thank you, Chair Lang, members of the board. So in front of us tonight is a recommendation for the general manager to execute the Amendment 1, which is in front of you in regards to the CVUSD agreement for Newbury Park and Thousand Oaks High Schools. As you guys know, the district runs those two pools in the summer. We have for many, many years. And you also know that our agreement is that we pay 25% of their maintenance and staff to operate those pools for the whole year. So whatever it costs on those two budget lines, we pay 25% of that. And then those pools are ours in the summer. Over the last few summers, we've had some different things going back and forth. We charge the school district an amount every year that's agreed upon in March for their use of the pools during the summer. So their swim team, their water polo team pay us for what time they use in the pool. And it just starts to get a little bit confusing. So this year, staff on both sides decided that we would try something a little bit different for this upcoming year if we all agree on it. This has already been approved by their board, so it's coming to you with their approval already. But the idea would be that basically the pools would be ours from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. Those would be our normal times for lessons and open swim and rentals and all of that stuff. That would give the school district their sanctioned sports, water polo and swimming, the opportunity to use their pool before 9 o'clock in the morning at no cost. If they want to use it between 9 and 10 o'clock at night, 9 in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, they would still pay us the agreed upon amount of the $44. This year it's $44. So this would just allow them that opportunity for the school district to offer their sanctioned sports time to do that in the morning. In return, we, instead of paying 25%, would pay 20%. So what is in front of you is two agreements, one for each school, basically changing that we would pay 20% instead of the 25%. In exchange, they would get the hours before 9 o'clock in the morning for them to use, and they would be responsible. We would be responsible from 9 in the morning until 10. Our staff is very excited about this. It will be an interesting year to see if the schools actually use those times or if they're still paying us. And so at the end of the year, staff on both sides will be discussing if this was of value, and it may be something that we decide to change to the contract permanently moving forward, or it may be something that one side or the other feels was not of value and we decided to go back to the original agreement. So with that, I'm available for any questions on that.
Thank you. Good report. Board members, any guesses? Director Cussworth.
So this is, pertaining to the summer time when we use the pools. Is there ever any time during the school year that CRPD ever uses the pools? And if that's the case, do we pay them a fee?
Yes, in my 8 years, we have never used the pool during school time, and our contract is really from the Monday after school gets out until the Friday before school gets in, and that's our time. So yes, if theoretically, if we were to use it during their time, we would pay their rental fees.
Okay, but there's never been a need. We've never
I
had any
can't think of
programs or
anything.
anything. So if we want to use a pool during the school year, do we use the CLU pool? Do we
Yeah.
have programs going on at the CLU pool?
At the college pool?
Yeah, isn't that the CLU? pool?
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
So the community pool at CLU is ours 100% of the time, obviously. And then the CLU college pool, we do run some things out of that pool, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I guess at another time we'll have an agreement with CLU that we're going to be looking at, or is that that's just our pool? So we don't really have agreements with them. Yeah, I was just kind of trying to put together our CLU, what do we do with CLU and what do we do with the schools?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
we definitely, we have an agreement with CLU that allowed us to construct a pool on their property. The city and CRPD paid for the construction of it. there's actually a component where the school district even helped, but we basically own the pool at the community pool at CLU, the small pool. That's ours 100% of the
Right.
time. On the deck or in the field, there's some, agreements about shared use and swapping use. The part of the whole allure of the CLU pool was that the 8-lane shallow depth warm-up pool allowed them to then have the NC2A tournament caliber swim meets there, because it's got, you need that warm-up pool for the Olympic size pool. So anyway, it's our pool. We have an agreement with them that actually it ends. I think it's still 15, 20 years out, but I think it was for 30 years, if I remember. So we're probably 10 or 15 years in.
So if they do swim teams there and things of that sort at CLU, do we have an agreement that they can just use the pool as a community pool, or do they lease the pool from us? I know this has nothing to do with this contract. I'm just trying to get information about our different agreements with the two different pools.
So at CLU, the CLU pool and the community pool, we do some sharing. So we help them with lifeguarding. When they're not using the pool, we're allowed to use the pool and stuff like to that. So it's kind of an agreement amongst staff and their staff and our staff. Like, you're not using it, what's your schedule? Can we use it? The only thing we really run out of the CLU pool is we do lap swimming, and it's usually our master swimmers that I believe use it for lap swimming. And then we use it for training. For
Well, and you
lifeguarding.
have camps there. I know my granddaughter took.
Our camps are at our pool. They might go over and do, I think they have diving board camps. Because
Did you
they have a
swim
diving
lessons
board.
there? I was picking my granddaughter up
Yeah.
at the CLU pool a couple times, and so she was doing something. Maybe that
Mhm.
was a different program. I don't know.
If it's available to us and CLU is not using their pool, we are able to go over there and use it.
Okay. All right. So it's just kind of it's just a shared agreement. It's not
When
like
they're not
anybody's-
using it, we can, with permission, use it.
But it is our pool,
No, it's not our pool.
the CLU pool.
Correct.
I thought you
The
said it
college
was our pool.
pool, there's two
There's
pools
two
there.
pools side by side. So when we say the community pool at CLU, we're talking about the little shallow pool. The
Okay.
big Olympic sized pool is CLU's pool. They're right next to each other.
Oh, okay. So
There's
we don't
two
have,
pools. The CLU's pool is not ours,
okay.
but we do get permission to use it. Our little pool, the one where we do the polar bear plunge and the swim lessons and the rec
All right.
swim and all that stuff, that's our pool on
That's your
their
pool.
property. But we call it the CLU community pool. So sometimes it can get confusing.
All right. I was just
Yeah.